Hello, dear children. Today we will begin with the next chapter in our English textbook, that is 3.2 Reading Works of Art. Children, this lesson is into two parts. The first part is about Abdul Haider Raza, and the second part of the lesson describes the Gond art. Now, Abdul Haider Raza is an artist. He is a painter. He is a commercial artist, and he draws beautiful pictures or beautiful drawings relating to abstract painting or abstract art, which is very different from the traditional art. And in the second part we are going to learn about one of the oldest form of art, that is the traditional art, again related to the drawing. This is the Gond art, which is a typical traditional art. So basically in this lesson we are going to learn about the two different opposite ideas of expression in the form of art, in the form of drawings. In the first part we are going to see the abstract painting, and in the second part we are going to see the traditional art, that is the Gond art. Before we begin with the chapter, let us quickly see the warming up activity. The first warming up activity says complete the following idioms using appropriate color items. There are few colors are given, that is blue, black, green and red. These types of colors you have to fill in the blanks, indicating the, like here you can use the colors to express their feelings. Like in the first we can see that to give someone a dash look, and here the color should represent a look of anger, dislike, etc. So here the color which would represent this expression of look of anger or dislike, etc., is black. So the sentence is give someone a black look. Next to it, out of the dash, like suddenly, unexpectedly. So here the color which would suit the expression or idea is blue. Out of the blue. So similarly, there are children, the answers to these blanks are given. I'll just show you the picture. So children, here you can see the answer. The second one is blue, which we have already discussed. The third one is the black sheep of the family, a person who brings disgrace so to the family. So a person who, in Hindi also we say na, dhabba hai, kalank hai, so that represents the black color. Once in a blue moon, very rarely, this is quite common, so we all know this. A blacklist, a list of defaulters, so this also we know quite a many times we use. Vanish into the blue, leave without any trace. A green belt, area of field, woods, etc. around the city which is covered with greenery, so we called it as a green belt. Blue blood, that is royal blood or aristocratic origin, means belonging to the kings or very elite or very knowledgeable, very well known families, is called as royal blood or aristocratic origin. To have green fingers, to be good at gardening. Blue-eyed boy is a favorite person, not the color of the eyes here it represents, but here if someone is very favorite to someone, it is referred to as a blue-eyed boy. To have be green with envy, that is feel very jealous. Catch someone red-handed, that is catch someone in the act of doing something wrong. Give someone or get the green signal, that is give or get permission to do something. Green signal we are very well aware because of the traffic signals. Roll out the red carpet, give a special welcome. This also quite a few must be knowing. A bolt from the blue, which means a sudden shock or surprise. A red herring, something that diverts attention from the main issue. Like whatever is the main topic, to divert, if someone just pops up with some different idea or a different topic, that is called as a red herring. And the last one is see red, become angry. This is also quite familiar, quite well known, we use it quite commonly. Moving ahead to the next question. This is the second question of the warming up activity. What are you reminded of when you think of the following colors? So here children, you have to write what these colors remind you of. Different colors are given like purple, orange, yellow, pink and white. So what these colors you think give you the idea of, or what do you think about these particular colors? So you're supposed to write of your own. So having done the warming up activities, let us move ahead to the lesson. As I told you children, the first part is about Syed Haider Raza, and you can see this is Syed Haider Raza, and you can see the different paintings he has done here also and here also. So these are few of the paintings which are done by him, and you can see there are some peculiarities in his paintings. One is that these paintings, none of these paintings do depict or do represent or do have any human figure, any plants or animals, birds. It is nothing like that. It is just the geometrical shapes. Different geometrical shapes are used like square, triangle, rectangle, circles. Also we can see that in all his paintings he has used very catchy colors, or you can say very attractive colors. The color combination is absolutely beautiful. Also we can see that in all his pictures, if you see it carefully, each of the every picture you will see some sort of dot or bindu, either a smaller one or a bigger one or a huge one or many of them, but at least one or two bindus or dots or circles you'll definitely find in his paintings. So this is one of the peculiarities. So let us read out the lesson. Syed Haider Raza, popularly known as Raza, was a renowned Indian artist. Simple geometric shapes, striking color combinations, captivating compositions, these are some of the characteristic features of his paintings, and so are the colors blue and orange. So children, first of all, captivating means captivating means capable of attracting and holding interest. So if you see his paintings, you can see that they attract your attention, and also they try to create an interest, or you try to keep looking at the paintings for some time, like you don't feel like moving your eyes away from it. So here it is said that Syed Haider Raza is more popularly known as Raza, and he is a very renowned Indian artist. So there are some peculiarities or some characteristic features about his paintings that are mentioned. Those are simple geometric shapes, striking color combination, that is very attractive color combination, captivating composition capable of attracting and holding the interest. These are some of the characteristic features of his paintings, and also are the colors blue and orange. So almost in all of his paintings you'll see either blue color or orange color or both the colors. So mm, in a way it means that these are his favorite colors. You will find them in almost all his paintings. So all these characteristics you will find in almost all his paintings. None of his paintings depict lifelike human figures or copies or of scenes from his environment. So in none of the pictures or in none of the drawings you will find that depicts means shows, none of the drawings shows uh, human figure, or never you'll never see the sceneries or nature. Also you will not see anything which he has inspired by, or which he is trying to reveal about the nature or about the humans, about the scene, about the birds, or even about the animals. His paintings belong to the abstract style of paintings. So these paintings belong to the abstract style of painting. This type of paintings is called as abstract type of paintings. Such paintings are not inspired by any external factor. They originate when the artist tries to peep into his own inner mind. So you can see that all these paintings are inspired not by any external factor. External factor means from your surrounding, from the environment, or um, from the things around you. So these are basically, these type of art originates when the artist tries to look within himself, tries to go inside the feelings, his expressions or his emotions. When he tries to see within himself, inside himself, that time he comes out with these expressions. And these are the creations, or these are the uh, feelings of his inner mind or his mind. They are made by arranging circles, triangles, squares, rectangles, lines, dots in different composition using effective techniques of applying paint, attractive color combination, achieving balance in some places and creating imbalance in other places. So these types of paintings, that is the abstract style of painting, is mostly inspired, or more in this type of painting mostly the geometrical shapes like circles, triangles, squares, rectangles, lines, dots are used. And the more interesting feature other than this is that it is generally in these types of paintings most attractive color combinations are used. Also in these paintings, uh, somewhere the artist tries to create balance and somewhere he tries to create imbalance. Now create balance and create imbalance means, for example, if you see this picture, you'll see that since in this part there are quite dark colors are used, so you tend to have your focus to these parts, but that does not mean that your eyes do not capture the remaining part of the picture or remaining part of the drawing. It does capture. So he is creating a balance in his first of all he created an imbalance here, wherein your vision goes or attracts to the center of the image, and then he also tries to create a balance wherein your eyes try to depict all the other sides of the picture drawing as well. Raza found his paintings through his study of Indian art and its heritage, cultural context, and philosophy. So, these paintings he found out or he did through his study of Indian art and its heritage. So, although it is not related to the surrounding or environment, or it does not depict any human figure or any scenery from the environment, but still it is definitely inspired, or it is definitely uh, come up through the study of Indian art, its heritage, cultural context, and philosophy. His pictures seem to radiate peace and life at the same time. Children radiate means give out. So his paintings try to give out or try to show, reveal the peace and life. Peace is um, peace of mind, calmness, coolness, and life. That is liveliness. So quite somewhat opposite things in nature. So his paintings try to give us a cooling, calmness also, and they are also very lively, as in they have life in that. We realize that the painting is a visible form of very deep thought. So all his paintings, when we see them very carefully, we realize or we feel that as if they are done, or they are painted, or whatever is depicted on the canvas is after a deep thinking, when he has thought about a particular thing very very much in depth, very much in details. After that, what he feels like expressing, all that is shown on the canvas. Very, very few abstract paintings communicate with the viewers as much as Raza's do. So these abstract paintings, since they are very abstract, the name itself says that it's very abstract, it's very different, it's um, very different. So mostly these abstract paintings are very difficult to understand. Like when you see a bird flying, you know that it resembles freedom. So if a bird is drawn which is just coming out of a cage, we can understand that it is the artist wants to show that the bird is being set free, or it indicates freedom. Sometimes it is a very beautiful scene and you feel very positive looking at it, or you find that there is some confusion wherein you find that there is no certainty. Also, if it is like some uh, beautiful human pictures are made with a smile, you have a very happy feeling. So you can say that the artist wants to um, express his happiness. But in these types of abstract paintings, when you see these paintings, these do not really these types of paintings are not so very communicative. They do not express, they do not reveal so much to a layman like us who does not understand much about drawing or much about art. It is very difficult to understand what the artist is trying to express. But amongst all these abstract paintings, still we can find that Raza's paintings are very much communicative. They do communicate with the viewers. They, as in, um, try to express something to the viewers. Raza was born in a small village in Madhya Pradesh. He began to paint from the age of 12. He studied at the Chitrakala Mahavidyalaya at Nagpur and then at the JJ School of Art in Mumbai. So, Raza was basically born in a small village in Madhya Pradesh, and he began to start painting right from the age of 12, when he was only 12 years old. He studied basically his basic education in arts he took from Chitrakala Mahavidyalaya in Nagpur, and later on he then mastered it, or he then took further education in the JJ School of Arts in Mumbai. Later he went to France to study art. After finishing his higher education in Mumbai, he went to France for his further education in art. After few years, he decided to settle in France. His wife was French. So he married a French lady, and thereafter he decided to settle down in France itself. He won many national and international awards. He was honored with all the three Padma awards. So he has been awarded with many of the national and international awards, many of the Indian and very many of the other awards from different countries. In amongst the Indian awards, he has been honored with all the three Padma awards. All the three Padma awards, which are these? These are the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. So these are the three Padma awards which are very honorable, which are very like very few of them, or it's very difficult to get all of these awards. So these are very prestigious, it's a great honor to have these awards. With all the awards and honors, his paintings were exploring a spiritual, metaphysical path. Children, metaphysical means, or metaphysics means a branch of philosophy. This is a special section of philosophy, you can say, which explores or which finds more about the fundamental nature of reality, that is the basic nature of reality. So his paintings, or his paintings were trying to find or were trying to explore, find out more in details, or discover about spirituality, metaphysics, which is a branch of philosophy which explores the basic or the fundamental nature of reality. So it was more related to reality, finding more about reality and finding more about spirituality. Gradually, the Bindu or point came to be the core of his paintings. Core is the center or the most important thing. So gradually, when he went on making so many drawings, it eventually came that the Bindu or the point, that was the essence of, or the main content of his paintings. He described his work in these words. So how did he himself describe his work? He used to say that my work is my own inner experience and involvement with the mysteries of nature, and from which I expressed my work is my own inner experience and involvement with the mysteries of nature and form, which is expressed in color, line, shape and light. So he says whatever his experiences are when he gets involved with the nature, or with the mysteries of nature, with the different things in the nature which are very can say like very much which put us into a question that how come this happens, and we still do not know how this happens, and we keep on admiring it, that how these things can happen. So all those mysteries of nature. When he gets involved into that, when he what he experiences or what he feels or what he that all his feelings and emotions are expressed in the form of colors, lines, shapes and light. Sometimes an artist's thoughts appear to be too complex or even complicated when they are expressed through words. Now, some people like to express their emotions or their feelings through words, or some people are very good at music or very good at playing some instrument. So when they are very happy, or when they are very sad, or when they have some different feelings, they try to express it with the help of those instruments. Some express it through their drawings, some express it through their dance, or some express it through their vocal singing. So all these forms of arts, these are the different ways to express. So he says, or rather uh, the artists sometimes appear to the thoughts which are expressed by these artists are very complicated and very difficult to understand if they are expressed through words. So if someone is very good at drawing, he can express himself good in the drawing. So if he draws and expresses, it is very much relevant, or very much expressed in a better way. For example, to understand it and make it really very clear, we are very familiar with our mother tongue. So if we have some problem, if we have some doubt, or if we have some feelings, you can say an anger, a surprise, or um, happiness, or any type of feeling. When we have those feelings, we can express them better, or when we have some doubts, we can express our doubts better in our mother tongue. That is the language we know the best, so we can express it in that language. So for the artists, their language, or the language in which they can express the best, is their art. So when the artists try to express it in terms of words, it becomes very complicated and very difficult to understand for the others or the listeners. For him, the effective medium of communication is his work, his paintings. So because he is a painter, or because he is an artist, he can express himself very much better in the form of his paintings. Raza has had great creativity. His paintings are very expensive. This great artist passed away on 23rd July 2016 at the age of 94, leaving behind a legacy of sensitive paintings that is achieved through the extraordinary compositions of lines and colors that depict extraordinary compositions. So, he is a very well known and a very talented, he was a very talented artist. He was very well famous for his paintings, and he has left behind the legacy of sensitive paintings. Legacy is an example, you can say, or a trend of sensitive paintings, which are very ex- uh, which are very extraordinary compositions of lines and colors that depict, or that show, that reveal extraordinary compositions. He passed away when he was 94 years old on 23rd July 2016. So children, this is all we have learned about Syed Haider Raza, who is an artist, and we have learned about his paintings, that is the abstract style of painting, which has a peculiarity of different geometric shapes and attractive color combinations. So here we have come to the end of first part of our lesson, that is the uh, about Syed Haider Raza.